Hi, today we're going to make cheesecake. So for the base I have about 45 grams of melted butter and then equal parts of desiccated coconut and almond flour. So I'm using 45 grams of both and then a tablespoon of natvia. And when it's all mixed, that's what it's going to look like. And you're just going to press it into your baking dish and then bake that on 175 for about 15 minutes. Okay, so this base is now done and it's just got a light browning around the edges, and that needs to completely cool before you work with the cheesecake layer. So we'll just put that aside for now. Now the next stage is to get the cream cheese ready, and so I've used 2 packs of 250 grams of the Philadelphia cream cheese, so 2 of those, which equals 500 grams of cream cheese. And the most important thing is that you want it at room temperature, so that's just at room temperature, and we're going to beat that until it's light and fluffy. Okay. So it's kind of got a gloss on it and it's light and creamy. And then we're going to add in half a tablespoon of natvia icing sugar. If you don't have any, you can just put the normal natvia in a NutriBullet. So it's almost like icing sugar. And we'll add half into this bowl, and then we'll add another half into the cream so that we don't have to mix it as much. And then we're also going to add in the juice of 1 lemon and the rind from 1 lemon, because I'm making lemon cheesecake. But you could add in whatever you wanted. If you wanted to do chocolate, this is where you'd put it in. And I'm putting in the juice to this side because I want it to get kind of runnier, so that when I add the cream we're not mixing so much. And then just beat that again. Now in a separate bowl we've got 1 cup of cream, and we're only going to half beat that, and this is when you'll add in your other half tablespoon of the icing sugar, natvia, or sweetener of your choice. Now the cream is, it's not set at all, but it's really light. It's kind of when it gets to that stage where you know it's not going to take much longer. And you've put the sweetener in, and then you really don't want to move on with this next stage unless your base is completely cool, because we're going to add some gelatin, and once we do that we need to work quite fast. So I've just added 1 teaspoon of that clear and unflavoured gelatin into a little bit of boiling water and just given it a stir. It's probably about 2 tablespoons of boiling water in there, and just I've stirred that until it's dissolved, and I'm going to add that into my cream cheese mixture. And then just give that a mix. So you can see my cream cheese mixture has kind of gone sloppy. And now this is when we add in the cream. So this is where you want to be quite gentle with the cream, because we don't want to overwork it, and you just want to really sort of cut and fold and cut and fold. Okay, so this is the mixture, and this is ready to pour in now. Don't worry about it not being completely smooth. Like, you can see a few lumps, but I always find that they just go by the time it sets. And so I'm just going to pour that over the base now. Right, so there's my base. And once you smooth that out, it just takes maybe an hour to set in the fridge.